Reddit user AnonMouse2468 shared these unsettling security camera clips to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, hoping someone might be able to explain exactly what was captured. Take a look. Right at the beginning of the first clip, a dark figure can be seen moving across the room in what appears to be a crawling or hunched over position. A few moments later, it seems to make repeated movements against the wall before disappearing from view. The second clip appears to show another strange figure entering from the left side of the screen. It looks almost as though it's using a walking stick as it slowly makes its way toward the camera. What's particularly intriguing is that the room appears to be fully illuminated at the beginning of the clip, with no sign of anyone standing in that area. Then, after the lights go out for just a moment, the figure suddenly emerges from a part of the room where nothing could be seen only seconds earlier. According to the uploader, both clips were recorded at his father's Airsoft site. He says the timestamps on the cameras were incorrect, but that both videos were actually captured late at night. He also claims nobody was at this site when the first clip was recorded, and that there was no one else in the room during the second recording. Could there be a perfectly ordinary explanation for what these cameras captured? Perhaps, but based on the footage alone, it's difficult to explain exactly what we're seeing. What do you think was caught on these security cameras? Let me know your theories in the comments below. This is why you should never open the door to anyone or anything at night without knowing for sure who or what it is. A single mother named Lupus and her 3 children had caught footage of something very strange that appeared at their front door. They had just woken up from a deep sleep when suddenly they captured this. Now, prior to this incident, the family had been experiencing unusual activity at home. They believe that the reason strange things have been happening to them is because they live in an area where a lot of witchcraft is done. Sometimes, the family would spot shadowy figures lurking around their house, as if someone or something was observing them. One night, the family wakes up after hearing what sounds like a cat meowing at their front door. They quickly grabbed their camera and captured this.
¿Quién eres? Tú no eres un gato.
Ay, ¿qué es eso?
Vete de aquí, ¿quién eres?
¿Qué es eso?
¿Quién eres? Tú no eres un gato. Te ordeno que te vayas de mi casa.
As they continue to record the supposed cat, a few things become apparent. Firstly, the cat's meowing seems quite unnatural, suggesting that someone or something was imitating these sounds. But as if that wasn't enough to prove this wasn't a cat, a pale-looking face can be seen at the door. Upon looking closely, it's as though whoever or whatever had been there was trying to trick the family into letting it in by pretending to be a cat in distress. Not much else is known about this video, which is yet to be fully explained. But if there's anything to take away from this footage, it's that it's crucial to be careful when it comes to answering your door to unexpected visitors, as you never know what might be on the other side. A father says that he was busy working in his office one day when his son came running in and seemed very upset. The boy claimed that, quote, a man was moving things in the other room. The dad follows the boy into the living room to find things scattered all across the floor. So he checks his security cam to see just what happened. What he finds chills him to his core. A small toy and a dog bed can be seen sliding across the living room floor all by themselves. The seemingly annoyed little boy rushes over to the objects and even starts picking up the dog bed and throwing it back to the floor in frustration. The dog bed then aggressively slides back towards him, knocking him over. But luckily, the little boy lands right on the soft bed. So just what was the boy seeing when he told his dad that, quote, a man was moving things? Could some dark presence be haunting their home? You decide. The next video was filmed by two friends who were having what should have been a relaxing movie night at home. They settled in to watch a horror film, just looking forward to some scares on the screen. But what started as entertainment quickly turned into their own real-life nightmare.
Oigan amigos, estábamos aquí viendo una película de terror y se están empezando a escuchar ruidos en la casa. Te juro que neta, en serio. Ponle pausa.
Pausa. Alexa.
Mute.
Alexa. Mute. Pausa. Ay, ¿no se pausó?
Caso.
What the fuck? Madres.
Te los juro, es
¿Qué pedo?
bien.
¿Sí lo grabaste?
Sí, creo que sí quedó grabado. Es que estábamos aquí en la casa, estábamos viendo una película ya para... literal, ya para dormir. No mames. O sea, nosotros siempre tenemos la puerta abierta porque aquí hace un calor horrible por eso.
As the girls are watching TV, a sound startles them. One of the girls tries to pause the TV with Alexa, but it doesn't pause. Then, jingling and door slamming makes them worry. But this was only the beginning. A short while later, after continuing the movie, this happens.
No mames. Ya se había calmado.
Oigan, ya no habíamos escuchado nada. Y... no mames.
Te juro que no estamos esperando a nadie.
No. Oigan, y es que estamos completamente solas, o sea, vivimos aquí. Se están escuchando cosas allá en la parte del baño.
Se sigue moviendo. ¿Qué pedo? Leslie,
No.
no, Leslie, estamos solas, no mames. Perdón.
Es que se están escuchando cosas.
A loud bang scares the girls, who were already on edge from before. Then, the sounds of shuffling frighten them further, followed by knocking, and the girls' reaction does seem pretty genuine. However, the activity doesn't stop there.
No.
Leslie,
¿Qué hacemos?
hay que hablarle a César.
¿Tiene su número? Márcale.
Ay, acompáñame a mi cuarto. Es que se sigue moviendo esa cosa.
No, vente, no, vente. Vean. Hay que hablarle a César.
The sounds persist, and something continues moving in the house. The friends huddle together, debating whether to call someone for help, but unsure who could possibly explain what's happening. Some believe that horror films can somehow attract negative energy, or even open doorways to the supernatural. Whether that's true or not, these girls experienced something genuinely terrifying that night, and their reactions say it all. After uploading these clips to the internet, viewers believe that this is likely what happened. But what do you think was causing the disturbances during their movie night? Was it just coincidence, or did their horror film somehow invite something unwelcome into their home? For some time now, a woman named Kitty has been collecting various antique objects in her home. Among all the items in her collection, the ones that draw the most attention are a few dolls. But one in particular, named Amber, has stood out from the rest. According to Kitty, Amber is a doll from the 1950s that her mother owned for most of her life. But the doll has always made the family feel uneasy, since several unexplained events seem to have followed it over the years. Tired of simply witnessing these situations, Kitty decided to install cameras around the house, and it didn't take long before some very strange things were captured. At around 1 in the morning, the camera captures the family cat staring directly at one of the dolls, and it doesn't take long for us to understand why. Suddenly, a dark mist appears behind them, frightening the animal and causing it to quickly run away. But the cat doesn't seem to be the only one affected by these events.
And
At the exact moment Kitty's husband walks across the living room, the chair where the dolls are sitting begins to move, almost as if it were trying to get his attention. And apparently it worked, because moments later he comes back and notices that the chair is now tilted at an almost impossible angle, since as we can see, it isn't a rocking chair. The man even tries to make sense of the situation rationally, but he ends up getting scared and running away. Sometime later, Kitty also shared another recording, showing that one particular cabinet seemed to be affected by this activity as well.
And what is that?
Oh
Hey
my
God,
God.
oh my God,
Okay.
oh my God, oh my God.
I'm gonna look.
These are the new closet doors, guys. The new closet doors that we just installed. Oh my God, okay. Nothing. Nothing in the closet. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Be careful.
As we can see, the cabinet mirror begins to swing back and forth on its own, almost as if something were banging against it from the inside. Kitty's husband investigates the cabinet, but he finds absolutely nothing that could explain what we just witnessed. But it seems these events never stopped, because about 2 years later, she posted a new video showing that this hadn't been the only time the cabinet door appeared to move. Once again, the door begins to open on its own in a completely terrifying way. We could even imagine that this was caused by vibrations in the structure of the house or by an uneven floor. But this room had recently undergone some renovations, and unless those renovations failed to fix the problem, it seems this activity never really stopped. And despite everything that had already happened, Little did Kitty know that the most terrifying event she had ever witnessed would happen just 1 year later, while she was simply in her kitchen. Some people believe that all the activity taking place inside Kitty's home is directly connected to the antique dolls and the other objects she keeps in her collection. This theory becomes even stronger because Kitty herself has said that she has witnessed strange things involving these dolls ever since she was a child, and that she may have even seen Amber open and close her eyes. But what about you? Do you have any theories about these events? Leave them in the comments. A Russian urban explorer was wandering around a secluded area deep in the woods, very far out from any towns, when he happened to stumble across an old abandoned military base. So, he decides to explore the old facility, and as he does so, he captures something undeniably chilling.
Прикольно, ребята, давно не было у меня таких приключений. Типа сталка. Здесь, ребята, жутковато. Потому что здесь, блин, куча этих волков, зверей всяких. Подходим, идем дальше. Смотреть, что, как. Вот, ребята, еще такой вот бункер. Фу, территория очень большая. Здесь будет очень тяжело найти эти шахты. Так. Пошли. А вот здесь уже стрёмненько, ребята. Какие-то комнаты. Что было? Ребята! Фу! Валим!
As he pans around each room, he notices a creepy, pale figure suddenly moving out towards him from one of the dark rooms. The Russian explorer quickly makes a run for it without turning back. After this, he decided to search up the history of the place and found out that many people died here horrifically in the past. But just who or what is this? You judge. A man named Jim works at a hospital in New Jersey. One afternoon during his shift, a security camera in one of the hospital hallways captured something truly unsettling.
And this is causal reference too? One moment.
A medical supply cart suddenly began rolling down the hallway on its own, startling several staff members nearby. Neither Jim nor his co-workers could figure out what caused the cart to move, but they didn't think much of it at first. Soon afterward, however, something even stranger happened. Another security camera, this time in the hospital laundry room, captured an even more disturbing incident.
Andrew. No way. No way. Jim.
Send me the video when you.
Oh, I'm gonna.
The best is when the other one comes over. It's like it didn't want to see the front of it, you know. First,
Yeah.
it's funded so that he didn't have to look at it no more. Whoever's in that room. Oh my God.
Jim.
Madeline, you didn't see. Come and look at the second one. Here comes the second one. No, the second one's moving now.
No way.
Watch the second one. Then the second one falls off. And the lady comes in from Dude Night. She don't know what to say. She was like,
She was on FaceTime with somebody.
oh, oh. Watch the second one. Any second now.
It happens.
Look, here goes.
It
Look,
happens. This does not happen.
look. It's a ghost. Look.
Look at it.
Who's spinning it?
It's spinning.
It's spinning the cycle. It's got to be spinning.
There's no way
It's
that
not
this
bolted
spin.
out.
There's no way. I don't care if it's bolted or not. They don't spin like that. Mine ain't bolted in my house. Mine don't come and walk around my living room.
That's true.
Look how that one just came out. How did it come out like that? That was pushed out. I don't care what nobody says. You can tell me whatever you want.
Me too. I can't wait to show everybody.
Look, here, wait.
Where's Keith?
Show them the thing. Look, here. Look at this. Look. Look at this.
No way.
There's a ghost here.
No way.
I'm showing them the ghost in the back.
The ghost?
Oh, did you ever see what happened last night? Forgot about it. The laundry.
You'll die.
You'll die. The laundry, all the laundry things in there.
Yeah.
They just start moving. They just start coming out and moving and going in circles and what you call it.
Are they on?
Come and look. Yeah. But it's crazy. I never
this
saw anything
makes
like it in
no
my whole life.
The footage shows several heavy washing machines and dryers suddenly beginning to move on their own. They rotate, shift out of place, and slide across the floor as if being pushed by some invisible force. Even more bizarre, multiple machines start moving at the same time. Watching the security footage, Jim and his co-workers couldn't believe what they were seeing. According to them, they had never witnessed anything like it before. So, what do you think? The person who recorded this is known as Creed, and it just so happens that, while taking a walk through a trail that not many people know of, something pretty disturbing was caught on camera. It was sometime in the afternoon when this incident took place. Creed had just started hiking only an hour ago, but for some unknown reason that still haunts him to this day, the woods all of a sudden went quiet. Creed immediately sensed that something wasn't right. He sees a bunny crossing the trail right in front of him when it suddenly stops dead in its tracks. Feeling baffled and a bit scared, he takes out his phone and captures this.
He was right there.
As Creed walks away, a disembodied voice can be heard coming out of nowhere. And if you listen closely, you can make out what sounds like someone saying, "Help me," in a muffled voice. Perhaps this might have been the reason why the bunny froze in its tracks. It was sensing danger nearby. Although it could be that it saw Creed and froze out of fear, the eerie voice that's heard on camera has made viewers think otherwise. No one else is seen when the voice is heard. To this day, he's unsure as to who or even what was heard on camera. But as always, what are your thoughts on this? Could this be evidence of something supernatural, or had something else been captured? This next video was uploaded to YouTube by Adriel Anoan on October 2nd, 2011. According to the uploader, security cameras at their workplace captured something they couldn't explain. Adriel also claims the footage was later examined by experts in the field, but says no definitive explanation was ever reached. Let's take a look. The security footage shows the inside of an office late at night, long after everyone has gone home. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, what appears to be the figure of a young girl walks through the building. At one point, she even seems to glance directly toward the security camera before continuing on her way. Whether that's simply a coincidence or not, it's a detail that makes the footage feel all the more creepy. The uploader also mentions learning that the office building was constructed on the site of a former Victorian orphanage, a piece of history that has only fueled speculation about what the camera may have captured. Could there be a perfectly ordinary explanation for the mysterious figure? Absolutely. But with so little context available, it's difficult to say exactly what we're seeing. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly an unsettling clip. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. If you liked this upload and want to see more creepy videos like this in the future, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming uploads. And let me know in the comments which clip you found the most disturbing.